we're now in the third part of the commissioning of the Sungrow Logger1000. If you haven't watched the first two parts, which is the wiring and the commissioning, you might want to go and have a look at them. But in this third part, we're looking at setting up the remote maintenance, that is connecting to the iSolarCloud. So once you've got the Logger1000 all wired up and all the commissioning done, all the inverters scanned, all the export limits set and the CT ratios set, you now want to put the information up onto the iSolarCloud. You do that the exact same way. You create the plant the same way as you create the plant on any one of our inverters. If you've never done this before, have a look at the video on our webpage about setting up, creating a PV plant on the iSolarCloud. But it's a simple thing. You can use your iPhone or whatever it is to do. So you open your iSolarCloud app on the phone and you're going to add the plant to the iSolarCloud. And it will give you these options here. In this case, because we're talking about commercial systems, you will select commercial, and of course it's a PV plant, so you select that. In this case, we're going to set up a Logger1000. So Logger1000 there, so you select that, and then you simply just scan the QR code on the logger. Yeah, you can do it manually as well, but it's probably easier just to scan the QR code. And that puts the logger up onto the iSolarCloud. It's then created as a plant. Now you want to connect to the logger. So this is similar to when you were going to commission, but we'll go through it again. You do have to connect to the logger via your Wi-Fi on your device. So if you go into your Wi-Fi settings and you select the SG network, which is the logger network, and you select that, you'll then be connected to the logger via the Wi-Fi. You then open up a browser and you put the address in the address bar 11.11.11.1 into the address bar. You will then be logged into the logger. If you're not logged in, you have to, there's a login button in the top right hand corner. Please contact Sungrow for the password. So we're going to set up the remote maintenance. So the first thing you do is on the menu on the left, you select remote maintenance and you simply enable this and you set this to international server. In Australia, we use the international server, so just make sure, the same for New Zealand. If you're Australia, New Zealand, use the international server and then just save. So once you've done that, you've saved that, the next thing you're going to do is go into transfer configuration. So what you're looking for here is that it's set to iSolarCloud and that the address is api.isolarcloud.com.hk. Now make sure it is HK because the server is in Hong Kong. If it says anything different, you can tap this little settings window here and change it. But just make sure it is set to HK and that'll be fine. The next thing you're going to do is set the port parameters. So you click this little port parameter button in the bottom left here, and the drop down box will give you the option of Ethernet, which is what you want. So you want to select the Ethernet. Now, you do need to talk to the IT person wherever you're connecting this. In most cases, you can select the DHCP. Now, what that DHCP does is it will allow a modem it'll set the IP address of the logger, whatever is suitable to the modem itself. You don't need to do anything. However, in some cases, there'll be some places where the IT person will want to specify a specific IP address. So obviously you need to talk to them, make sure that they do something about the firewalls as well. So if they do specify an IP address, then you just click this close button and you enter all the data as per what they tell you. They'll give you the IP addresses and you just enter them in one by one, dead easy. don't forget to save. This little icon here is the save icon. And once you've done that, you've saved that setting. That's pretty much it. To check whether you're connected, there's a couple of things you can do. Down on the bottom left here, you will see a couple of icons here. This little icon here is your Ethernet icon, and if that's lit up orange, it means your Ethernet connection to the modem is correct. It means you're communicating with the modem, basically. And if this little orange cloud here lights up, that means you're connected to the iSolarCloud. And a good way to check that is to log in to the plant on the iSolarCloud. It may take a few minutes for data to come up, but it will go up if you give it a few minutes, because it is a 5-minute interval, data interval. So we're going to look at viewing the data on iSolarCloud and how to log into your Logger1000 remotely in iSolarCloud. So you open up your account, your installer account, and you basically just search for the plant. I've blanked this out here, but you'll know if it's connected because this will be green here. If it's not connected, there'll be a little blue thing saying it's not connected. Obviously, you need to work out why it's not connecting. It may be something to do with the your connection to the internet through the customer's firewall or something like that. But in most cases, it's just going to connect straight away. So you open up, you go into the plant here, and you collect this device information here. And if you pass your pointer over this little icon here that says Logger, it'll say remote maintenance. Now you just click that, and it will take you to the Logger. You're logged right into the Logger. Click the login. And password, contact us for the password if you don't know it. Oh, that went up twice there, and there you are. You're logged in to the Logger. And from there, you can get various different pieces of information. Sorry, I put that slide up twice. You can look at all your devices, see how they're performing. It's got overviews, device monitoring. You can do firmware updates, everything from here for the Logger. So once you've done that, you know it's all working and you can get in and get the data. So I'm going to leave it there for the rest of the day. That was a very quick and simple method to get your Logger up onto the iSolarCloud.